Is anybody there? They're not. And this game is over. How good does that feel for Patrick Bailey?
Well, he was the man. He knocked them all in today, all three.
Bailey, left center field. Is anybody there? They're not. And this game is over.
Swing, there's a high drive into deep right field. Going back, Tatis at the warning track, at the wall. Goodbye!
Deep to right field, ranging back Tatis, all the way to the wall.
Get into the gap. Is anybody there? No. Here it comes. And the throw. Not in time. And this one is over.
Well, the Giants did it in a day that honestly did not look like it was going to be a W today. A chance to lose 5 in a row. Snell, something was wrong with Snell. He came out of the game early, gave up a couple quick runs. The Giants, as per usual, could not hit with runners in scoring position, set the table, leave runners on base, leave runners in scoring position until finally the 4th inning when the Giants had runners in scoring position. Out, and it's like, okay, all you needed was a ground ball. All we can do is strike out. And of all guys, Patrick Bailey comes through with a big hit to tie the game. And then in the bottom of the 9th, who comes through again? Patrick Bailey has been saving hits for 2 months for tonight. Talk about someone who's been due. It's been Patrick Bailey, and he pretty much won this game single-handedly, other than the pitching. Big shout out to the pitchers today, especially the bullpen came in and shut down the Diamondbacks. And it was just up to the Giants offense to say, hey, we're going to help you all out. Roop comes in and throws 4 scoreless. Miller, Rogers, even Doval. Doval came and gave him a hit right away, but no reliever gives up any runs today. Ryan Walker looked great. And finally, it took every bit of waiting and just hoping for the right moment, and it actually happened. And Patrick Bailey walks it off with that ground rule double. Great catch by the fan, 100% Alex Radford. So good win today. Is Snell healthy? I know he gave up a couple runs in the first, but I was shocked they yanked him after only one. Something he must have said must have been bothering him, because I was like, what? He's already out? And they knew that they had Roop ready to go. At least 4. So Roop came in and was great. The bullpen today, just this win, you got to give a huge shout out to the bullpen for coming in. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pitchers came in today and threw nothing but goose eggs on that board. And it was just like, the offense, can you please do something? And Patrick Bailey today, with this day, brings his average. His batting average has plummeted. It plummeted down to like 220 something. But now he's brought it back up to 233 after this game. So hopefully he's getting back on the right on the right path here and figuring something out, because he's been really struggling. He needed this win. He needed this day today, and that walk-off hit had to feel great. And also breaking news earlier today, or actually last night, was Matt Chapman signing an extension. A lot of people are not feeling the extension. I think it's too long, too much money. It is too long and too much money. That's what you got to do to get the dude. I mean, that's just, unfortunately, Giants wanted to get it done, and I think they just said, well, what do you want? How many years you want? How much money? They got, is Chapman worth that kind of money, those kind of years? I guess it remains to be seen. If he keeps playing like he did this year, I think it'll be worth it. But if he declines, especially if he declines quickly, it could be bad. We'll see how we feel about Chappie, but at least we got third base locked up for the time being. Daniel Berry, do you like the Chapman signing? I'm okay with it, because you got to pay to get the guy, and we have a chance to lock him up. Let's lock him up, and we're okay at third base. We don't have to worry about third base unless he starts to struggle and someone else comes and takes it from him. I'd rather sign Chapman for 6 years than losing him. That's the two options. That's what I try to tell people. Like, it was either that or let him go into free agency. Now, maybe you let him go into free agency. If I'm running the show, I think I'd lock him up, because I'm like, look, We like you. We like you've done. Is this going to be a good contract in 2029? Probably not. But am I worried about 2029 and 2030 right now? Probably not. I'm worried about 25, 26, 27. The next 2 or 3 years, we need to get back in the playoffs. That's my, and I'll worry about 29 and 30 in 29 and 30 when we start getting closer. So if I have to lock someone up and pay them a little longer than I would like to pay them, I'm doing it. I'm just asking, I don't know if Chapman, he has 22 home runs. He plays great defense. I think he is good enough to merit that contract, but I can understand why some people don't agree with that. I credit Fitzy in the ninth for stealing second and that base hit to start the inning and stealing second. Eric, would you test Webb and Snell for the remainder of the season? In other words, would I shut them down, or would I even bother throwing? Oh yeah, I thought that's what you meant. Like, would I shut them down? Even though you said test, I knew what you meant. But no, if they're feeling something wrong with them, yeah. But if they're feeling strong, I want them to be stretched out and ready to go next year, the whole year, because we may need them in September and October next year. So technically, you need to pitch not just through September, but through October, because you're supposed to be in the playoffs. Playoffs? You kidding me? But in the fourth inning, when there were 2 outs, when the Giants got that second out, I think it was a strikeout, and it was up to Bailey, I had no expectations of winning the game. If I was actually shocked when the hit happened, because I'm just accustomed to it. Like, yeah, he's going to strike out, and I'm watching the game, and he gets the hit and the run score, and I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot this could actually happen, because I'm so used to them failing with runners in scoring position that I was actually a little bit shocked when it finally happened, especially with Bailey. But the walk-off, I was a little more prepped after that leadoff hit. I'm thinking, okay, maybe Bailey comes through here, and he did with a great opposite field, sort of opposite field, kind of opposite center field smash that bounces over the wall. We'll take that win. I didn't like the no-trade clause in Chappie's contract. Now, if he falters at the end of the deal, they can't even trade him in a salary dump. Understandable, but again, it's when is this contract in? 2030? 2030? I don't even know. We don't even know if the Earth will be here in 2030. I mean, that's a long time from now. So as far as I'm concerned, I'm not too worried about the last couple of years. I'm not saying that in 2030, if I'm still here, then I might be here like, oh, we gotta get rid of Chappie somehow. This dude stinks. Who knows? It's a very strong possibility. But I worry about the next year or two. And it's good to worry about the deep future to some extent, but sometimes you got to lock a guy up and be like, well, we'll worry about that when the time comes. The Earth will always be here. I don't know. I used to study pretty deeply. I used to study astronomy and the Earth and all that stuff. And I do think that the Earth, it's got a life. It's got a what's the word? It's got a lifespan. It's got a lifespan. The question is it going to survive the sun when the sun expands? That's the first test. Even if it survives that, someday it may be gone. I hear you, Eric, with Risp killing us. Runners in scoring position. Love that Bailey came through. It's all logging. Webb coming back next year. Bob Granelli. Logan Webb. I misread that. I thought I said login. It's all Logan Webb coming back next year. The Giants' next 10 games, Earth will be scorched at some point, and the Frogers still won't win a legit championship. I mean, there's definitely a possibility. So when the sun, like I said, we'll see in 7.5 billion years when the sun becomes a red giant. Will it or will it not take over the Earth? I think you can put your bets right now over in Vegas. I think they're taking those bets. I think it probably will absorb the planet. If not, hey, nice job, Earth. Robert Rothberg, watch the Giants win the next 10 games. Oh, wow. Yeah. We barely got this one. We barely skated home with this one. 26 in the chat. Thank you guys for being here. Matthew, Bob, Robert, AM Echo. Matthew, we're going to break this one down. The Giants take the win. We got an extension for Chappie. We got a W. And today was the last game in the history of the San Francisco Giants that the Oakland A's will be playing a home game at the same time as the Giants. So that's kind of sad. Tomorrow it's off to San Diego Petco Park to take on the Padres for 3. Back home, that's a short road trip, 3-game road trip. Back home for the Brew Crew, and then the Padres again. And then it's off to Baltimore. And then it's off to Kansas City. And then we hit Phoenix back home for 3 against the Cards, and that will wrap it up on the 2024 season. Wouldn't that be great? Rothberg, that'd be amazing. Spencer says ain't happening. Excluding pitchers, who's the best all-around player? Best all-around. Certainly, it would have to be. I mean, it might be Chappie. As far as an all-around player who helps his team, who defensively and offensively, power. It's a little bit. I mean, his average is not nothing to write home about, but it's usually around 240, 250. But when you walk and you have a on base over 300, which I think he does. Don't quote me on that. 333 on base percentage. So he even though his average is not that great, he's got a solid on base. He gets on base. He works a walk. He work counts. He has power. He has defense. It's not just because we just extended him, but I think it's probably Chappie. Probably Chapman is the best all-around player. I mean, you could say Jung-Hoo Lee, but he hasn't had a chance to prove what he can do with the bat. So I would say Chappie. W, Giants for the win, signing Chappie. If he can do the same for Blake Snell and Juan Soto, get a couple more free agents, make a couple trades. Giants really, I mean, I'm not going to predict that they get Soto in my free agent predictions video. Which if I even make that video, because right now MLB is trying to take down my channel. MLB is claiming everything. I made a video on the Chapman deal. I'm literally just talking like this with an article up, and I play like a 5-second clip of Chapman hitting a home run, talking over it, giving analysis, clearly completely transformed. Nobody's going to watch my videos to watch the game that they originally broadcast. It's clearly a video about Matt Chapman, and I'm using the footage as just to enhance the video. They claimed that entire video as well. So they're claiming every video I put out. I'm literally not making money on Humm Baby Baseball. I am literally not making money on any videos I upload right now. So I don't know what I'm going to do, but MLB has declared war on the channel. So anyway, I will try to make that video anyway, and I will not have Juan Soto going to the Giants because they never get the big free agent since Barry Bonds. Eric, do you think Conforto, Wade, and Flores will be on the future roster? No, not Flores. What's Conforto's? I mean, obviously, if they're signed, they'll be here. Well, I don't have all their contracts memorized. Conforto is going to be a free agent at the end of the year. I'm going to say he's gone. And Wade Jr., I thought we had him for a while. He's arbitration eligible, so he'll be back. He'll be back next year, and we'll see how he does next year. We may be able to lock him up, or maybe not. We'll see how he does next year. Haley Katz is here. Katz, kitty. No, I know I saw McCovey here somewhere. Can you play-by-play tomorrow because the game is not on TV? It's on Apple. I don't have Apple TV, so I don't know if I'll be able to do it tomorrow. Bob Granelli. Nobody can watch it. I don't have an Apple device. I don't have Apple TV. I think I did a trial for Apple TV so I can watch a game at one point already. So I don't know if I can do that again. But I'll see what I can do. I do have some traveling to do tomorrow. I don't even know if I'll make it back to the office tomorrow. So it'll be tough. Yeah, I hate Apple TV. I'll probably be listening to the radio tomorrow. It's called Rebuild. Mikey is Sue's 4. So let's break this one down. Brought to you by Brought to you by Micah, a member, next extension show. And I did say I would give out 5 gifted memberships per win this series. So stay tuned. I'm going to gift out some memberships. I'm going to gift out 5 memberships for today's win. If you don't have a membership, don't go nowhere. Don't go nowhere. Do you think Posey should be more vocal in expressing his views? I mean, that's not really his job to express views and clash with the rest of the front office. He's just there to help them out, and I think it's a team effort. So, not really. I mean, I know we want to hear him say, "Hey, you should do this, do that," but he's not going to do that because he's part of the front office, assisting them and doing what they do. And I don't know what exactly he does. It could just be a glorified position. But Posey was a great player, and only so much influence he has up there as anyone else who's up there in the front office. The guy who has the major influence is the president of baseball operations, Farhan freaking Zaidi. Zaidi. When is Buster Posey going to come out of retirement to win his 4th ring? I was surprised he retired, but in a way, it's being a catcher that many years. It takes its toll, diminishing results when you just every year going out there and trying to get through the season. But at the same time, so many other players have just played into their, to their 40s. So, it just all depends on the individual. Chapman will have 2 decent seasons after 2 years. He will be busted. And the Giants fans, why do we waste money on him? Well, let's see in 2 years. If he has 2 decent seasons, if we can win a World Series or get to the World Series, even win a National League championship in the next 2 years, I'm not saying that'll happen. But then if you can do that and Chapman helps do that, it's all worth it. If you told me Giants will win a World Series, say in 2026, and Chapman will play a big role, then I'm fine with paying him for the next 4 years because you got to do what you got to do. Ay, caramba. So today's game, the D-backs struck first, as they did every game this series. Josh Bell, Perdomo got a base hit. Josh Bell got a base hit, driving in a run, 1-0. Then it was Jake McCarthy who struck out, and Kevin Newman grounded out to end the inning, but they did end up with 2 runs in the first inning. How did they get that second run, though? I don't even remember. Oh, it was a pass ball. There was a pass ball. So that was right. 2-0 on that play. Patrick Bailey couldn't find the ball. I remember that now. Okay, so yeah, Snell threw. Bailey looked really frustrated. I remember that play. 2-0 Diamondbacks. It stayed 0-0. Bottom of the 4th. Giants had multiple opportunities. In the bottom of the 4th, Conforto had a base hit. Chapman had a double. And you're sitting there like, let's go. Ground ball, bring in a run. They were giving us the run. Wade strikes out. Fitzgerald strikes out. And I really thought we were not going to score until Patrick Bailey hit a line drive. Not a super hard line drive, but he got it one down. 2 runs came in. Tied it at 2. It stayed that way until the bottom of the 9th. And Ramos did hit a double, and then it was, was that right? No, Ramos hit that double in the 8th. I'm getting confused. Ramos hit a double in the 8th, and he got stranded. Bottom of the 9th, it was Fitzgerald who had the base hit, stole second, and then Bailey with the ground rule double to win it. 2-3, the final score, and the streak. I thought the streak might come to an end today. The channel is falling apart. But Tommy Huxley comes through with the 2 spot. Walker is a freaking stud. $2 super chat. Thank you so much. And the Giants win the game in walk-off fashion. Bo Mel is getting fired. Nick Chaplin. Melvin is a mummy. Nick Chaplin. If the Giants don't make the wild card, if Giants ain't making the wild card.
Playoffs? Are you kidding me? Playoffs?
Yeah, they're not making the wild card. I'm comfortable. I wouldn't play taps unless I was comfortable that it's a wrap. And they lost 4 in a row in a critical time when it was must-win games. They lost 4 in a row. Thank you, Tommy. Would you consider giving Pence a role to sign players? I mean, that's not their job. Like ex-players aren't, unless they want to be a general manager. You don't just sign players. Like, hey, you're Pence. You get to sign the players now. But I'm not happy with the players. I mean, I like our guys. I like our team to some extent, but I don't think that the front office has done a good job since they've taken over. back in 2019, the drafts have been spotty, so-so. Well, we've drafted a lot of guys who have been injured, who have made it, and it's tough. It's a tough thing. I'm not saying I could have done better, although I would have done better because the guys that I always want end up being really good. Just saying. But the drafts have been so-so at best. Trade deadlines have been a disaster. Trade deadlines have not gone well. We barely get anybody. We did get Canada this year at the last second, but trade deadlines have been nothing special. Free agency has been so-so at best. We get a few guys, never any of the big targets. We don't trade. Remember that era, like last 2-3 years, like in 2021, 22, the Padres were trading. They were getting anyone they wanted. The Padres were like, we're going to put together a championship team, and I don't care what it takes. That's the attitude you got to have. Remember 2021? Was it 21? They traded. They got Yu Darvish. They got Blake Snell. They got Joe Musgrove. They got the closer. I can't remember. They had I don't know if it was 21, but they had Hader at some point. They had Tatis Jr. I know they drafted Tatis, but that Tatis Machado, he gave him a 10-year deal to make sure they locked him up. They got Soto at one point. They got Hosmer at one point. They got Cronenworth, and they got just tried to put together a team that's like, no doubt that this team's going to the playoffs. Did it work out like they hoped? No. But at least you could see they were going for it. Melanson. I can't remember, like, some of the guys may have not been on the 21 and 22, right? From about 2020 to 2022, that's when the Padres went hard. And even to this day, they're better than the Giants. And they have a chance to win a World Series this year. We can't say that. Even though they lost Soto, they lost a lot of their guys. Look, the Padres are the number one wild card team, 80-61. 80-61. And that's having lost because they built such a strong foundation that, that's after a homeboy left to us, the manager. Now we got Bob. Who's the Padres manager right now? Oh, it's Mike Schilt. Mike Schilt. Well, he's doing a pretty good job. If we look at the record-wise. Member for 6 months, McRae. Yeah, McRae's a typical leadoff guy. Back in the day, 80s, 90s, McRae's leadoff. Would you rather sign Snell or Soto? That's a great question. I guess I'll go with Soto. Soto's going to put together massive years, and he's an everyday player. He's going to be in the lineup every day, and I think he's going to help win more games. Snell has had some bad seasons. He's had some rough seasons, and he's only going to pitch every 5 games. So if I had to pick from those two, I'll take Soto, but I'm hoping Snell comes back. What's up, Mikey? Any hopeful players down in the minors? I mean, some guys that haven't made their debuts. The ones that made their debuts have, they've been relatively disappointing. I mean, Schmidt came up and tore it up, and he didn't last. He got sent back down. Everyone who's come up, whether it's Matos, whether it's even Ramos for a while, until Ramos finally kind of broke through this year. But Matos, Schmidt, Luciano, Blake Sable last year made the team. He's spent most of the year in AAA. Even Tyro's back in AAA now. I mean, even guys we thought had made it. We thought Tyro was a permanent fixture here back in AAA off the 40-man. David VR looked like the real thing for a while back in AAA. Just did a little cup of coffee this year with the Giants. Hunter Bishop, is he finally going to, he was a first-round pick that back in 2019. And he's, he's not doing anything super special. He's hanging on there in AAA, but honestly, not really. Let's look at our prospects. I mean, yes, Bryce Eldridge would be a guy, but he's not going to be ready this year. Is it possible Bryce Eldridge makes the team out of spring training next year? I wouldn't say it's impossible. What do we have? Some magenta from Jason Corona. Accounting Solutions, Chappie, 6 more years. One of us. 6 more years. That's a 50 spot from Corona CAS. Check them out today and a W today. Thank you so much. That is insanely generous. We need it. MLB's copywriting all my videos. MLB has targeted the Humm Baby Baseball channel. They've decided that I am a threat to them. That in Major League Baseball has determined that Humm Baby Baseball is a threat to them. They think that I might start a new league to compete with them. And understandable, because, you know, we're big time here. We're big time here. You know, with all 27 people up in here, we're taking over. Very sarcastic, obviously. I'm actually a complete nobody, and MLB's trying to take me down. I have no chance, so I do appreciate that support. It means a lot. Corona Accounting Solutions. MLB is bonkers. Bryce Eldridge is the guy, right? There's nobody who's AAA guy who's ready. I mean, yeah, some of them will bounce back and forth. None of them are like part of our future. Luciano's got to find a new position. Luciano's making too many. He's got to figure that out. He's been playing professional baseball too long to make all the errors that he's making. And he's not exactly tearing it up at the plate. Still hasn't had a big league home run. McRae's here, so McRae could be a part of the future, but he's here. As far as guys still down in the minors, Bryce Eldridge, James Tibbs just got drafted. Weisenhunt, maybe. He's got a 5.49 ERA this year, so I don't know. Dakota Jordan, he hadn't even had his first pro hit yet, so let's give him some time. Reggie Crawford was our top pick. He's fallen to our 9th prospect now. He's pitched pretty well, but just sparingly. I don't see him being a big part of the Giants next year, maybe 26. He'll probably make his big league debut next year, in my opinion. Maui Ahuna from Tennessee. So-so numbers. Wade Meckler I don't think he's even been promoted yet this year. I like Robert Hipwell. Jonah Cox is a good player. These guys are good players. Are they going to end up being a part of the everyday lineup in the big leagues? Probably not, but I hope, especially Eldridge. We got Bob Granelli. I think we're going to get what do they call up the draft from last year next year. Could very well be. All we got was Chappie for 6 more years. I feel like I remember one time, I'm a first baseman, and I was put at shortstop for a game in high school. And I thought, dude, this is not that hard. Just put your glove to the ground, make the play. And I made a whole bunch of errors. I made like 3 errors in a game. So I can understand that, but this is the big leagues. You know, I'm a high school player. This is the big leagues. The big leagues, you can't be making errors every game, 1 or 2 errors per game. That's just not going to work. So something's wrong with Lucy. I'm not saying I'm better, certainly not, but that's why I'm on YouTube. LOL Corona. Thank you guys for those super chats. I'm going to now gift out 5 memberships. Everybody, hang on and be ready. 5 gifties. I said I would do it if they won a game this series, and I thought they weren't going to. But they did. 5 gifties are going out if it'll let me. Carson Weisenhunt could be a part of the future. 5 gifties have been sent. And welcome our new members, Alex Radford, Manuel Zavala, Haley Katz, AM Echo Sky, and Capri's Nuge, all regulars. 5 regulars have been gifted memberships, and I will have some members-only videos in the next few days. I got you back. We got it. Congrats on the new gifties. All right, player of the game today is going to be none other than Patrick Bailey for 2 hits. I won't even put the poll. I think we all agree. Patrick Bailey, 3 RBIs, game-winning walk-off hit. If you were going to pick someone else, it would probably be Landon Roop. Without those 4 innings, I don't think we have a chance to win. So Landon Roop, pitcher of the game, but I'm going to give it to Bailey for the player of the game and the drive of the game as the walk-off ground rule double to win the baseball game. Very nice. Zendava member-only jackets. Oh, man, that would be sick. We do have, maybe I can put that in the store. I can't gift those free because I would go bankrupt. But I do have a website. I haven't had a sale in a while, but I do have a website. You go to the website. I have our articles here. Anyone who wants to write for Humm Baby Baseball, feel free. I'll put your articles here on the website. You click up here on store. And we have the bomber jacket right here in the top right, the Humm Baby Baseball members jacket. I wish, dude. I wish. Now, I will give a T-shirt out to major league level members or AAA level members, even if you have been a AAA level member for a long time. We'll get you a free T-shirt. The jacket might send me into bankruptcy. It's kind of the opposite of the whole idea. But yeah, check out the store. Humm Baby merch. Humm Baby merch. Go to humbabybaseball.com. We got hats, T-shirts, polo shirts. Somebody sent me a text. I got a flash flood alert. Flash flood alert! You guys know what it's about.
A few fluky plays tonight. One that sticks out, Victor Martinez's double, in which Michael Bourne seemed to lose the ball in the lights there. Have you seen that before?
We got a flash flood warning here.
Oh, man, one of my favorite clips. We got a 999. Haley Katz has come through. Love the Chapman signing. We needed some good news going in today's game. It's great for momentum. That is an amazing offer. $9.99 helps out a ton. Now you guys know the reference. Every time my phone makes a noise and I go, I got a flash flood alert here. That's where I got that. Giants forever. There's a jacket. How much you to sign merch? The problem is I could do that, but I'd have, because usually it doesn't ship from me. It ships from another location. So I would have to have it to ship it to me first, which I could do, sign it, and then ship it to you, which I could do. So I wouldn't charge any extra to sign it, except for the shipping to get it to me and then to you. So feel free, or you can send it to me. I have an address. I need to start putting them in the description of the videos. So you could buy it, and then when you get it, you can ship it to me. I can sign it and send it back. Snell will probably still chat. Not that anyone would want my autograph, but if you do, I'm more than happy to do that, because I ask for autographs from people like college players and stuff. I get like college posters signed. Sometimes they're like, "Bro, what you want my autograph?" I'm like, "Bro, dude, sign it, please." I'm still wiping the sleep from my eyes. The pitfalls of working nights. Yeah, Paul, I've been there. I've worked graveyard nights. I did it from the age of like 19 to 21 or so. And then I did it again when I was in my 30s, like age 33, 34 in a grocery store. I've worked every job. Not every job you could think of, but like miserable warehouse jobs, night shift, grocery stores, fast food restaurants, hospitals, military. I mean, you think of it, I've probably done it. Gas station. Gas station's a scary job. That's a scary job. You think you can get robbed any minute. Now, if they would rob me, here's the money. Here you go. How much you need? It's not my money. It's not my money. People are like, dude, you little punk, dude. You need to stand up for that. I ain't stand up for nothing. Help yourself. Help yourself to the cash money. I'm still wiping the sleep from my eyes. Yes, hit the like button. There was a mountain lion like at 2:30 a.m. in my hometown where I used to live. No wonder I moved down south. A mountain lion. Holy crap. Bo Bichette may be coming our way, friends. Now, Bo Bichette, we already got. Bo Bichette. He's not having a great year, is he? He's kind of declined. But we got Biggio, right? So we can reunite Kevin Biggio and Bo Bichette. All we got to do then is get Vlad Jr. Now, if we can have Vlad Jr., Bo Bichette, and Kevin Biggio in the same lineup, Blue Jays fans would be very pissed if we can go win a World Series with those three guys. Ball Cap Sports will be pissed. Petty robbery in San Francisco, get a free $1,000 gift certificate. Petty robbery. Too inconsistent, a little bit wild for sure. And yeah, let's go ahead and get out of here. But I need to do a full. I want to do a full San Francisco vlog and really visit the city, and be honest about how what's going on. I see so many videos trashing the city because that's their goal. If you go there with a goal and an agenda, and you're gonna probably meet your goal. I'll be totally honest and fair, just like I am with the Giants. If something sucks, I'll say it. If I get robbed, say I got robbed. I got robbed. If I get robbed, I'll say it. If Joe Robert Lowe just purchased it. No way. Just purchased it. Let me see if I see the order yet. I got you. Yes. Good order right there. Robert Luna, the order is in. Oh, I know all about Louisville. I know. So I won't throw it. I won't throw out your information, but yeah, I know exactly where you're at. We're gonna rock and roll here. I live in Arizona. I love Arizona. I may be back there in February for the spring training. I was there this year. Arizona's great. Bay Area is really the, weather-wise. Florida, I've heard great things about Florida. I've been to Florida. San Francisco, do you ever hear of a rain out? Some people like the rain, but how often do we get a rain out at Oracle Park? Like almost never. How often is it so hot, 150 degrees? The funny thing is, Candlestick Park was known for the terrible weather, the wind and stuff, but that's just that spot. That's not typical San Francisco. That spot was just a bad spot for a stadium. But in general, the weather's always nice. And when I go for a run in San Francisco, I always feel great until I get robbed. So let's do this. When the Giants come to town, it's bye-bye, baby. Every time the chips are down, bye-bye, baby. History's in the making at Oracle Park. Cheer for the batter and light the spark. You're a fan of Giants baseball. Sing bye-bye, baby. If you wanna be in first place, bye-bye, baby. Listen to the broadcast on KNBR, and you'll see who we are. We're the San Francisco Giants. Bye-bye, baby. San Francisco Giants. Bye-bye, baby. Let's freaking do it. Bye-bye, baby. And with every win, we put on the 415 chain. I forgot to put it on at the start of the stream, but we got the 415 chain for W's. Hopefully from here on out, I won't forget that. But I was so not expecting a W, totally slipped my mind to throw on the 415 with every win. Make sure, remind me if I forget after a W to wear the 415. If I got the chain on, it's a W. Very, very good. Dang beach towel. 415 chain for the win, courtesy of Jenny Vega. Okay, Jenny Vega supplied the chain. I appreciate it so much. Everyone, have a wonderful day. This is it right here. This is where we do. Kaylee, Katz, Haley Katz. Almost said Kaylee Katz. Haley Katz, Humm Baby Socks. Why have we not heard of this? Do we have the Humm Baby socks in stock? Then feel free to grab the Humm Baby. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. We got the bucket hat. We even got a towel. We got a beach towel. Everything in stock right now. And my personal favorite, the Manfred Clown t-shirt. The Manfred Clown t-shirt. Let's go, Giants. I want to see more of these W's. I want to finish the year strong. Playoffs or not playoffs, I want to finish the year strong. Have a fantastic day. Player of the game, again, if you missed it, Patrick Bailey. And I played the clip. I'll play it again. I know MLB is going to copyright this stream. They copyright all my streams. I'm used to that. They copyright all my streams. I don't even monetize my live streams. You guys monetize it for me with the super chats and the support. So I don't even bother monetizing them. That way I don't have to worry about any copyright issues. But who knows? I might have to start monetizing them and not and just not playing footage if they're going to copyright, if they're going to hit my videos. Very frustrating. Very frustrating. Here we go. Patrick Bailey walking it off.
Into left field, that's going to be a base hit. And this is going to tie the game.
That's not the walk-off.
And that's how you pick up.
That's not the walk-off. Huge difference. Huge difference. Here we go with the walk-off.
Bailey, left center field. Is anybody there? They're not. And this game is over.
Yeah. Let's freaking go.
How good does that feel for Patrick Bailey?
Well, he was the man. He knocked them all in today. All three.
Boom.
Bailey, left center field. Is anybody there? They're not. And
Big W today. Nice catch by homegirl right here. Very nice catch. You guys have a great day. Hit the thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button. And we'll talk to you mañana.
Swing, and there's a high drive into deep right field. Going back, Tatis at the warning track. At